Hi, welcome to Brotherhood Steel. My name's Matt.
Don't do that. My name's Matt. This is Andreas.
Hiya. We thought we'd do a bit of an unboxing for you. We want to give honest reviews of the stuff that we buy, the stuff that we use. We're not being paid by anyone. We're not sponsored. So we just wanted to give you honest reviews about stuff. I personally, we've both looked all over the place when we're buying equipment to get users' reviews on things, and sometimes it can be really hard to find, especially on the reenactment front.
And the problem with the reenactment front as well, there's a lot of other things that gets mixed in, LARPing stuff and other things.
Yes.
That is not suitable for trying to be historically accurate, and some things not quite safety wise.
Yeah, and frankly, even if you go into mild combat with a number of LARPing stuff, you're going to get hurt.
Yeah. And there's things like, I've wasted something like £60 on a scabbard, which looked great online. It was perfect for Norman period, but as soon as I got it, the leather had a plastic layer laminated on it, which of course meant instantly I couldn't use it.
Yeah.
The steel wasn't actually proper steel. It was
sort of aluminium or stainless steel.
Yeah, some other form of metal, which of course meant it couldn't be used
rather than mild steel. And
any reenactor will tell you, when you first start out, you lose so much money on things that isn't quite right. Gets to the point where it's always best grabbing an authenticity officer and getting him to have a look before you actually buy anything, and always buying something while you're there at the shop that you can try. Or better yet, a lot of second-hand stuff is really good.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think half my kit is second-hand. And it looks lovely.
Because it's battered and...
Yeah, the leather's worn away, the material's torn, it looks great.
We're not walking out there looking like we're out of a catalogue.
Yeah, exactly, we're mercenaries.
A medieval catalogue.
Yeah. Well, one of my favourite pieces is a gambeson, which has got blood stains on it. Actual blood stains from owners who have worn it, and it's all been torn over and such. It looks like it's been savagely attacked by an animal. It looks great. Yeah,
it looks like my gambeson personally is just covered in rust and all sorts of oil. So good one. Anyway, on to the unboxing. It's the unbagging. Right. So what I have here is a set of arms that I bought, a new set of arms that I bought for myself from Re-enactment Supplies. Right, here we have it.
So, first of all, do you want to talk about where you got this?
Left arm, right arm.
You sure? Just being annoying.
Right, I bought it from a company called Re-enactment Supplies. I've bought some stuff from them before and found it to be quite good. It is on the more affordable end of the scale, so you are not spending thousands of pounds on gear, but at the same time it's relatively good quality, and everything I've had from them so far has done the job, and it's also it's passed authenticity. Now what I've ordered here is German arms, so they're in the Gothic style with little bits of fanciness put in and stuff like that.
Yeah, no decoration.
So shall we open them up? Right, let's have a look. So what we've got here is the steel looks like it's 1.5mm. It's all going to be mild steel. The insides are all coated in this, I don't know what this black stuff's called. I know obviously it's a paint, but I don't know, araldite or whatever.
No,
but it helps with any moisture that, any sweating that your body produces.
Yeah, helps prevent rust.
Yes, absolutely. And some of my old armour, this paint's come up, it's been rubbed away, and the rust, literally after one battle, the rust comes up straight away.
And the rust really does compromise the metal when it gets really into it.
But no, that's a really nice forearm guard there.
May I?
Yeah, of course. And as you said, the leather is actually, it's thick, it's peened on quite well. So same with here. Now it's something that I've always had trouble with. This leather with the point ties for the armour, because of the nature of the holes, even though they're not burred up, the edges of the steel still dig in slightly. So when these leather points snap, that's no fault of theirs, it's just purely the nature of the beast. But I've bought some spare leather, and I think the leather I bought is actually slightly thicker than this. I might change it over when I get home. But what it does, it just makes it a bit tougher and holds on better. The same here, all about 1.5 mil steel. The reviews I read on the site said that it was good, flexible, manoeuvrable, and they didn't have any problems when they were fighting. And I believe this was a person that had done War of the Roses.
I believe Preston has a set of these, doesn't it?
I believe he might do. I did notice that when I ordered them, they did look like Preston's. Preston is a chap in our group, he's one of our leaders. But again, the leather is riveted on and pinned over nicely. There's no burrs left to catch on my skin. It's put on well. Leather's good quality. And the shaping's nice. The edges are all finished well. There's no burrs. Even though clearly it's been finished on a machine, you know, none of this stuff will be hand finished. You can barely make out any marks from any wheels or cloths that have been used, which is a big no-no. You can't have, you know, accurate reenactment and then have big wheels in them from when you've had a grinder on it or something like that. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so no, that looks really good. I really like that. I do know, I've seen this maker's mark before. Down here on the inside of the right arm, on the elbow cup, you've got, I believe that's Marshall Historical, who are based in Spain. And order for, I believe the armour would have been made in India, but the quality has, you know, please don't let that put you off, because I've had a number of Marshall Historical stuff and it's been fine.
Well, the majority of metal stuff, especially things like chainmail, that's coming out of India now, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Chainmail used to be terribly expensive. It used to be like £900 for a suit of it, but now it's gone down to 600 to 500 even.
Yep. Well, that actually sits on quite nicely. Elbow cup will come in like that. With a forearm guard, or maybe I should take that off. So forearm guard here with a vambrace. Oh, actually that fits lovely. Doesn't come down so low. If I took my watch off that, I couldn't bend my wrist. And the elbow. That's nice. That's really nice. I look forward to attaching it to my gambeson. But my gambeson has been torn and needs to be cleaned up.
You get a new one, aren't you?
Eventually. I don't know if I'll be able to get it in time for the new season. But that's how it will look when it's on. So, ooh, I like that little point.
Yeah.
Good for zombie fighting. And then I've got my shoulders that will come from up here, just underneath the neck, onto the collarbone, and come down. I think they come down to about here. Yeah. But this is one of the main hit areas, so having a double layer of steel there won't be a problem.
Well, it's the same with your gauntlets. What they'll do is they'll overlap to protect your wrists.
The thing I like about these ones as well, they will tie on to your, they'll point on to your gambeson here, or your arming jack, and then the elbow is actually attached through the points to the upper and lower arms, and then everything else underneath is just leather and buckles, and you know, there's loads of leather, plenty of adjustment space.
Thing is, because it's designed to be tied up here, that is where you actually feel the weight on your shoulder, not the arm itself. So even though right now it's sitting on Andreas's arm, once it's tied on, the straps merely hold it in place. It's not held on the arm.
The other thing I like about it as well is because it's actually, you can tell it's been designed quite well. I can, I'll be able to have a drink in the middle of the battle when the water bearers are coming around, and I can bend my arm lovely.
You're getting fingerprints.
I'm sorry, Matt's got a thing about fingerprints or licking armour. He doesn't like it, but no, I'm quite impressed with these. I'm looking forward to using them our first event in the year. Okay, excellent. So, well, that's good.
Yeah,
they look good. They feel good. They fit well.
Happy with them then?
Yeah, I am. And of course, with it being steel, if it is slightly too small or slightly too big, just bend it out ever so slightly.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much all the products that they sell steel-wise was all one size.
Yep.
But because it's steel, it's pretty easy to adjust.
It is, yeah. And it's not like it's hardened steel and it's 3 or 4 millimeters thick, which frankly you've got to have blacksmith hands to open it up.
But the thing is, it's designed to have a bit of give, because then it can take a lot of damage. And throughout your career as a reenactor, you're gonna it's gonna be bent out of shape, and you have to rebend it into shape.
Yep.
But then it doesn't crack.
Yeah.
Which is the benefit.
Now, I believe final point. I believe I paid. I think it was about £90. I paid for them. I can't around about that mark. I can't quite remember. But if you had a custom set of arms done, yes, they would fit like a glove. But you're going to be paying three or four times that price.
I've looked at things like legs and gauntlets and helmets and chest plate. I've not actually looked at arms.
Yeah, but no, they look good.
Well, what we'll do is at some point when the weather gets a bit better, before we go to an actual show, what we'll do is we'll get in all of our armour to make sure it fits us right.
Yeah.
And we'll have a nice play in my garden. And what we'll do is we'll record that and see how they go.
Yeah, absolutely. And then any adjustments that need to be done, we can do then.
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay, so these are the German point-tied arms from Re-enactment Supplies. And overall, I'm quite pleased with them. And I look forward to getting them dented and scratched and smashed up this year. Excellent. Okay, we'll see you next time.
See you guys.